What's going on, world? It's your boy Judah, and we are back with another game of emotion podcast. To my left, your right, is my boo, is my poo, is my thing, is my wife, is the love of my life.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could ever get over that. But anyway, hey y'all, I am Shanice.
Hey, y'all, we're gonna hop right into today's episode. We're not gonna waste any time. Today, what we are talking about is very, I say this all the time, but it is real talk. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important for business owners, for entrepreneurs, and even your personal life when it comes to consistently moving forward and making progress.
Right.
And what we're talking about today is inconveniences causes inconsistency.
Absolutely.
Now there are other things that cause inconsistency, but what I have experienced in my own personal life and what Pooh has experienced as well, and what we have experienced in our business is the most common theme is inconveniences.
Right.
Inconveniences are the most, well, not are, is the most common theme that we run across on a consistent basis, that tries to make us inconsistent
Absolutely.
and in the past has made us inconsistent.
Yes.
So I'm going to read just this intro of what I have, and then we're going to really dig into these inconveniences that causes inconsistency. Then we're going to talk about the one solution that we use, and that I've been using before I even got married, that is really effective.
Mm.
It works, and it is a real solution to this inconvenience that causes inconsistency. So I'm gonna read really quick. So in business and our personal life, there are two types of consistencies. There's two types. We're only gonna deal with one
Right.
today, because
Right.
this one is the most important. But there's two types of consistencies. The first consistency is consistently following up and following through.
Mm-hmm.
The second type of consistency is the consistency of being inconsistent.
Right.
Gonna repeat that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be in business and in your personal life, you're gonna be consistent either way it go. You're either gonna be
Mm-hmm.
consistently following up and following through, or you're gonna be consistently inconsistent. A lot of times in my personal life and business, I have fell into being inconsistent, not intentionally, not necessarily being lazy, not because I didn't want to do it, but the primary reason why I fell in and we fell into inconsistency is because of inconveniences.
Right.
So go ahead, babe, you want to say something?
No, no, I was gonna actually go into the next thing, but go ahead. Go
hmm
ahead. Go ahead.
So let's talk about what causes inconsistency, and like we said, inconveniences. So
Right.
we're gonna put a pin right here and really talk about just different examples of
Mm-hmm.
of inconveniences that causes inconsistency. And babe, did you have anything you wanted to
Yeah, I
kind of
do.
chime in with that?
Yeah, I do. Actually with inconveniences. So, as in, well, I can give you an example. So this week, our baby boy, he wasn't feeling well, and so typically, um, I try to get in the gym 3 or 4 times a week, and so this particular night, we couldn't go because we had to take him to the ER. So because of that,
Oh yeah,
that
you
kind of
was
messed.
talking about going to the gym that night. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So because of that, I couldn't go, right? And so um, that happened. And I think the next day, something else happened. Either, I mean, I just couldn't make it in the
Yeah,
gym. And so
it was dealing with him though.
it was. But anyway, so just having those two things happen, um, I kind of felt, I mean, it just felt weird. It felt awkward. It felt like I wasn't getting any work done. I wasn't putting any work in, which, I
hmm
mean, it was the case, but I mean, mentally, I just didn't feel right. So,
hmm
um, and then also too, I kind of struggle with just battle, the battle of, oh, is there any improvement, any progress, or anything? You know what I mean? And
hmm
anyway, long story short, it kind of made me feel like I just wanted to kind of give up, just not maybe going so consistently. Then those thoughts came into my mind like,
Yeah.
what is the point of going so much if you're not really seeing the results right away? especially with certain parts of my body that I'm just trying to look for it to just see like drastic results, right?
Hmm.
But um, yeah, it just kind of made me feel like I don't need to go consistently or go as often
Yeah.
because of I didn't see the results that I needed.
And those inconveniences too, they will discourage you. Like
Exactly.
you get your little streak going, and then something happened that, I mean, it's priorities
That's
out of your
right.
control. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So I mean, it did. It discouraged me. It was just more like, okay, well, just fine, you know. And then it's like I have to keep reminding myself, like, no, I still need to stay consistent. Like I still need to go regardless. There's no regardless of, just regardless, right? So it's very it's just evident, and it's very just like that's the word that I want to say, like well, I can't think of the word, but inconveniences can create,
That word
yeah,
is right
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah,
There's a word right there.
inconsistencies,
No,
yeah.
inconveniences.
Oh, yeah, 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 that's what I'm saying, like
Inconveniences. Yeah, that's the word you're
inconveniences.
looking for.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about something else, but anyway,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it can create inconsistency. So that discouragement is real. That's a real thing. And so when those inconveniences do come up, you know, it's like you have to tackle that mental part of your mind.
Hmm.
Just think, you know, just to make sure that, you know, you speak positive towards it and having a growth mindset and things of that
It's real.
nature. So you can overcome the hump, because it can literally be a hump, or it can literally stop the entire movement of
Yeah.
what you're trying to do, you know?
Yeah. So this is one thing that I have. 'Cause I did know this, so I'm not gonna say like I didn't know this, because what I'm about to say I did know, but I have more of an experience. I have more experience,
Right.
and I have more of an understanding because I have more experience. What I'm about to say is, when you make your mind up, um, to build a business, to try to grow your business, whatever the goal may be, whether it's a business goal or whether it's a personal goal, I did know about inconveniences. I really did. It wasn't like something that I wasn't aware of.
Right.
But these last seasons of experiences that we have experienced, in our business and our personal life, or like serious inconveniences, I have come to a point of understanding that is a like when you set your mind, say, okay, my business, I want to make, I want to grow to,
X
I don't know,
amount.
$1,000 a week. I
Mm-hmm.
want to make $5,000 a week. I want to make $10,000 a month, whatever the case may be in your business. Or like with Pooh, my
Mm-hmm.
goal is to achieve this aesthetic, or my
Right.
goal is to
Right.
lose 15 pounds. Whatever your goal is, what I have learned is you have to take into an account and expect inconveniences to happen. You got to,
Right.
because they're going to. It's no way around it. Like, you can do everything on your part,
That's right.
following up, following through, make sure you crossing every T and dotting every I as best as you can, and
Right.
something still inconveniencing is going to happen. And I've
Mm-hmm.
come to understand that is just a part of the game. That's
Right.
a part of achieving your goals.
That's right.
So what I'm trying to do now is, when I set my mind to, okay, I'm trying to accomplish this thing, or we're trying to accomplish this thing.
Right.
Now in my mind, I'm calculating or just taking into account, okay, there's gonna be some inconvenience. There's gonna be some things that I just do not prefer to happen. It's a very strong chance that
Happens.
it's going to happen, or
That's
something
right.
similar is going
That's
to
right.
happen.
That's right.
So when you think like that, and this is not a negative mindset, or doubtful mindset, this is a mindset of you're moving forward toward your
Mm-hmm.
goal, but you gotta understand, you gotta already take into account it's going to be some kind of inconvenience that is not your preference. Because when you take that into account,
Right.
when it happens, you're in a better mental position to deal with it.
That's right. Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're in a
Yes.
better mental position to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
so
that's
true.
that's solution number one. I'm gonna give you another solution to these inconveniences that causes inconsistency.
Right.
But solution number one is, when you set your mind to do whatever it
Right.
is, you dig what
Right.
I'm saying? You have to take into account, okay, there are gonna be some inconveniences. There are gonna be some things that I just do not want to happen, and this junk is going to happen, or
Right.
something similar. So when you got that in your mind, now when it happens, you're in a better mental position
Right.
to deal with it, to move forward, and not stay there
That's right.
longer.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Than what
Yes.
is really calls for you to stay there.
That's right.
And me personally, I'm telling you, I just learned this. That this is not something that I just knew like that. But me personally, I have learned, like, I have stayed in mental places
Mm.
in my mind longer than what I really had to
Right.
because of inconveniences, and it pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
it pissed me off. But I'm learning, like, that is a part of the game. You can't control that. You
Mm-hmm.
can't control that. So you have to, you just gotta
Got to be ahead
expect
of it.
inconveniences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be ahead of it. I mean, and it's not saying that you expect something bad to happen, but you have to just make sure in your mind, like you're not just knowing that it's possible that something that, can happen. And so
Hmm.
it is pretty much like how you can quickly rebound
Yeah.
from it.
There it
You know what I
is.
mean?
Real
And
talk.
so once you know that you can rebound, then you all right. Like, but the thing is the
Hmm.
part which is pretty much the hardest part is the rebound part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, it's a real thing because
Hmm.
that's what you're saying. Like you could get stuck there mentally,
Hmm.
or it
Yeah.
can, or not, or it
Yeah.
can be just something that you just, oh, it was just a little hump. Bam. All right, let's just continue to do what I need to do. And I know you're going to talk a little bit about things that you can do as far as like a to do list and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
And that's a perfect segue because
Right,
to piggyback off what you're saying, what we do, we do have a to do list. We have a to do book, so we have like a
right,
little notebook, and pretty much every day or every week we have a to do list. Like, we need to get done. Like, I say, hey
right,
babe, you need to call such and
right,
such about X, Y, and Z. Or, babe, did you
right,
talk to such and such about X, Y, and Z?
right,
You dig what I'm saying? Because
right.
when those inconveniences come up, the second thing that makes us inconsistent is we just forget.
That's right.
We forget
Good. That's good.
because the inconvenience, like, depending on what it is, it can take your mind completely left field.
Yep.
You did what I'm saying? Or if it's an inconvenience of, like, it's something you really got to deal with, like we was talking about with Malachi. Like, we were taken to
Yeah.
the ER. Then we, before that, I don't know, we was doing a bunch of stuff with Malachi,
Right.
just trying to
Right.
get him,
Right. Get them right.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there were core priority things we did not forget about, because it's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the book written down.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? And that is our second recommendation. You need a notebook. It don't
Yeah.
have to be a big notebook, it can be a smaller notebook, but you need a notebook where you can write down the tasks that you need to get done.
That's right.
And you can check back to those things every day, every other day,
That's
like,
right.
periodically. You dig
That's
what I'm saying? We
right.
we actually got two. So we got a budget book, and then we got a big whiteboard
Yeah.
in
In
our
the room.
room,
Yep.
where we have tasks written down, which
Right.
is really the same thing we wrote in a little smaller book. You
Mm-hmm.
dig what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, these two things right here will keep you on track
Track. Yep.
when inconveniences hit you and knock you left mentally, or knock you right mentally, or knock you
Mm-hmm.
down mentally. You
Mm-hmm.
dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, understanding that inconvenience is a part of the game. It's gonna happen. We don't like it, we don't prefer it, but this is why it's called an inconvenience.
Convenience.
You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? So you
Right.
gotta take into account, okay, that's a part of the game. You dig
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
once you understand that's a part of the game, number one, you're already mentally in a better position to deal with inconveniences.
Yep.
Number two, a must have. I'm telling you, this is a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I strongly recommend, I'm telling you, you need a notebook where you
Mm-hmm.
can write down the tasks that you got to get done.
That's right.
So when life hits you with these left field
You'll
things,
stay
you
focused.
see what I'm saying? You'll get
Mm-hmm.
hit, but your freaking notebook, you can go back and be like, oh yeah, yeah, I do gotta do this.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? Or I do need to call this person, or this is coming up,
That's
whatever the
right.
case may be. And this how you stay on your A game. This how you keep moving forward. With this podcast, for example, Most of the time, we're recording anywhere from 11 o'clock at night to like 2 to 3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
man.
You dig what I'm saying? And it's because not all the time it's because of inconveniences, but inconveniences do play a part in as to why we record so late.
Right.
But it's already on the to-do list. I already got the topics for the week. I done wrote
Mhm.
them down. I done kind of
Mhm.
ran them by pool a little bit.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? We already
Yep.
kind of got an idea about the thumbnail and how we're going to position the podcast
Right.
for this week and all of those little details. This is how you can stay consistent
Right.
through inconveniences because you got a to-do list, and it really is that simple.
Mhm.
It's that simple. You got anything else there?
Simple and practical and
Effective.
effective. I was
Hmm.
gonna say easy, but you got
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, effective. Seriously, because I mean, it will help you get through, especially those difficult inconveniences. Um, but yeah, man, like I mean, he said it. He was very plain, very straightforward,
Hmm.
very clear. So yeah, if you just continuously understand like inconveniences do happen and you're prepared when that does happen, then you'll be set. You'll be ready to go.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
that.
Yep. And y'all. That is what progress looks like.
That's right.
That's what winning looks like. So it's human nature to think when you think of winning, when you think of progress, human nature, we think of progress and winning as like really a straight shot.
Right.
It's just human nature to think like, okay, okay, I'm gonna start my business. I'm gonna start my podcast. I'm gonna start my weight loss journey. And it's human nature to think, okay, the first 30 days I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds, and
That's
then by the
right.
time the summertime hit, I'm gonna have my
Hot
what I
girl
mean? You
summer.
see what I'm saying? Then in 2 years, I'm gonna be, and it's human nature to think in those terms when it comes to winning, when it comes to success, when it comes to reaching your milestones and your goals. Um, but winning, that is not, in my personal, that's not how winning is. That's not how winning goes. That's not how winning is done. Winning is you got a goal, you have a process, you have a system, you have a routine that's going your practical daily steps to get to the goal.
That's
You
right.
think what I'm saying?
That's right.
But what happens is as you're following your practical daily steps, as you're
That's
following your
right.
routine, there's going to be things that's going to interrupt called
Mhm.
inconveniences.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
winning
Yep.
looks like getting hit with inconveniences and trying your best mentally to focus, deal with inconvenience, especially if it's a priority. You got to deal with it, but not forget about what you need to be doing to get
That's
back on
right.
track, to get back
That's
on
right.
task. And
That's
you just,
right.
and that's a rinse and repeat. Like that will never end.
Mhm.
Even when you hit your first or second or third milestone or goal,
Milestone.
whatever, like
Keep
you're gonna
going.
be always in the cycle
That's
of,
right.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't end. It really no, it really doesn't end. Like it's a continuous thing
It
because
really is, man.
inconveniences always pop up when you
Ooh.
least expect it. But if you're in a routine of doing something and if you're disciplined enough to do something super, consistently, then it will be easier for you to kind of get back on
Yeah.
track,
Yeah.
because that is your norm.
Yep.
So by that
Yep.
time, you've created a habit. By
Yep.
that time, you would
Mhm.
be, just in your routine, right?
Right.
And so when like you said, the inconveniences do happen,
Mhm.
you deal with it how the best way you know how to.
Yep.
But then you get back to routine, you get
Yep.
back to work, you get back to what the goal is, you get back to all of that. But then again, do not beat yourself up because you haven't made a particular milestone within a certain amount of time.
Time. That
You know
word.
what I'm saying?
That part.
So, I mean, that's also important too because we can be so hard on ourselves because we don't make something or we haven't
Yeah.
reached a deadline or whatever the case may be. But once you know that you're still putting in the work and still putting in the effort, you're still working towards that goal, then it will happen. That milestone will happen. It's just
Mhm.
don't put yourself in a box where it has to be done within a certain period of time because 9 times out of 10 it may work, the time frame that you're expecting,
Yeah.
and it may not. So
Right.
just be open to just to different goals and to different wins or different achievements that you can accomplish
At
just
different time
and
frames.
yep, in different time frames, just staying all it is just staying consistent, just getting back up and doing what you got to do, taking that next step. That's all you got to do, one foot in front of the other. And then when you just stay consistent like that, I'm telling you, you will have so many gains that
Yeah.
you don't even
Yeah.
expect. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
You will grow. You will mentally, emotionally
Right.
develop and mature and
Right.
evolve. You will get better
You will.
for sure.
You will get better, and sometimes the growth, you may not see it again right away, or sometimes you may not even see the growth, but somebody else might see it, you know what
Right.
I mean? And
Right.
so it's like, just also be mindful that growth comes in so many different ways, in so many
That's real.
different forms. So that's what I'm saying, just be open to what your goals are and what your achievements are, because if you continue to move forward, then you will always win, always.
Real talk. And I'm gonna give you this one last insight, and
Right.
then we'll close it out. But the barrier to success and to winning and to achieving,
Right.
um, especially in business, um, has never been lower. It's never been lower.
Mm.
I'm gonna explain that. I'm gonna repeat it. The barrier to, and I'm putting my hand down. I had it here, but I'm putting it down. The barrier to winning, to success, to reaching your milestones, to reaching
Right.
your goals,
Right.
in your business, in your personal life, um, it has never been lower. And the reason being is because mentally, people are not as mentally consistent and stable
Right.
as 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. What we really are now and where we are going, people are not mentally stable and consistent enough to do the basics that it takes to win. So the barrier
Mm.
to winning and to reaching your goals is not that high anymore. It's just the truth. It's just the God honest truth. It's not that high. It's
Wow.
not, because it takes mental stability to do the basics.
Mm.
And technology,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
you see what I'm saying, social media, and just
Right.
all of
Right.
these different things,
Right.
um it really it really lowers your mental stability. It's just real talk.
It does.
It lowers your mental stability, and it increases your emotional instability.
That's good. Say
It's
that.
the truth.
Ooh, say that one more time.
So, with a lot of the technology and the social media, it is lowering people's mental stability and
Yeah.
is increasing their emotional instability.
That's
And
so
in
true.
business, specifically in
So
business,
true.
you need mental stability just to do the basics. And then when you get hit with an inconvenience, get right back to the basics. You need mental stability for
That's
that.
true.
And that's why
Wow.
I said, because that's where we're trending. We're trending toward that. So it's lowering people's mental stability. So for you, for us, all you gotta do is these basic stuff that we're talking about. You commit to it, and you
Right.
just hit that same spot 1,000 times. You're gonna win.
That's
You
right.
don't really have to be super special anymore and super. Um, you don't.
Talented.
You just gotta be consistent. And this entire podcast, if you notice, every episode is teaching you how to be consistent
Consistent.
and how to be
Mm-hmm.
mentally stable. Cause that's all you need to win. And patience. You know what I mean? Patience, because we can't control the time of the
Can't
results.
control the
But I
time.
can tell you this: if you be consistent, I'm telling you, you will beat 90% of the competition, because the mental stability, man, it's just not there. That's just real talk.
Wow.
So, in order to do everything that we just said, you must
Focus
focus
over
over your
your
emotions.
emotions.
And I'm telling you, focusing over your emotions is not easy, but focusing over your emotions will increase your mental stability, and
Right.
it will decrease your emotional instability.
Yeah, that's
You,
good.
you dig what I'm saying? So, number one,
That's a
you just,
tagline. That needs to be on a shirt or something.
it's real talk. It's real talk, man. I'm just
It's
telling you,
good.
because
It's
I,
good.
I, I have really just, I noticed this with myself,
Yeah, for sure.
and I
First,
and I
right?
notice it in the marketplace. Just um I just notice it in the marketplace with people and jobs and businesses and I just pay attention. I just really pay attention, what I'm paying attention to is people's mental and emotional state, because you got to have that for business and
That's
life,
true.
period.
That's
But you
true.
got to have that. If you don't have that, I'm just telling you, like, you can have, you can come from wealth, you can come from resources, you can come from all of that, but if you're mentally and emotionally unstable and inconsistent, you're gonna blow it.
That's gonna. I was just gonna
You're
say that you're
going to
gonna blow
blow
it.
it.
You're gonna blow it.
You're going to blow it. So number
Yeah.
one, you have to identify how are you feeling. You identify that. It's okay.
That's
You
right.
gotta identify it. But the second thing is you must understand your emotions are not your friend.
That's right.
Our emotions are not our friend. They're
Right.
not. They're emotions. They're
Mhm.
not logical. They're not practical. They're not rational. It's just not. It's just not human nature.
It's
So
not.
what you have to do is number three, you have to focus.
That's right.
Focus on the task at hand. When
Right.
we get hit with inconveniences, it irritates me. It really does irritate. I get mad. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's like, okay, what are we supposed to be doing though? Let's handle this as best as we can. But what are we supposed to be doing? Let's get back to the play.
That's
And that's
right.
focus. Sometimes you have to focus on the right now play. Sometimes you have to focus on the bigger picture.
That's
You
right.
dig what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
as you focus, what will happen is you will continue to inch and move forward and
Move
forward and forward in
forward.
progress.
That's right.
And the entire time while you're inching forward and moving forward, you are actually getting mentally and emotionally better.
Mhm.
You are, it's called personal development. Your
Mhm.
character is getting better. Your
Mhm.
problem solving skills are getting better, because
Mhm.
problem solvers get paid.
That's right. They're assets.
They're assets,
Yeah.
for sure.
They really are
For sure.
assets. Yeah. If you can problem solve,
Yeah.
but you consistently can problem solve, oh yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. Because that means you know how to take a hit and then come right back up and be okay. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Or you
Yep.
know how to take a hit and be able to process it at that moment in time
It's
and
real.
then think of something,
A
think of
solution.
a solution
It's real talk.
um, in real time,
That's real
right?
talk,
So
man.
if that's, but that only takes practice.
Yeah.
It only takes practice. That's what I
Yep.
said. You can't sit, you can't
Hmm.
dwell in a certain place where it's not supposed, where you're not supposed to be at that
Right.
current moment in time. So
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
For
And you
sure.
can problem solve. You
Oh,
you
for sure you
can.
can. Everybody can. Everybody
Yeah.
has the
You can
ability
problem
to
solve.
problem solve. If I can teach eighth graders that they can problem solve, sixth graders, seventh graders that
Yeah.
they can problem solve, then adults can problem
For
solve
sure.
in real time.
For sure. You can do
So
it. You can do it. But with that being said, that is our time for today.
that's right.
Um if you excuse me, I got to go. If you want, you can get your focus of your emotions hat just by clicking the link in the description. You can download our ebook that
That's right.
talks a lot about what we just talked about. And just click the link in the description. Then also, if you want to book us to come speak to your team, your organization about this topic or anything concerning mental and emotional focus, so you can be consistent, click the link on the description, fill out the booking tab, and our booking agent will be with you as soon as possible. With that being said, that's our time for today. We're gonna get out y'all face, but we will be back next week. I'm so
Okay, babe.
excited.
I'm like, where'd all this energy come
I'm so
from?
excited. We are GONE gone.
Goodbye.